Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to start recording right now. And when you guys tune in, just make sure you mute yourself out. Okay, we'll be getting started here right away. I don't own the rights to any of this music. I don't own the rights. Part of my language. Nice. All right, guys, let's get started. If we have stragglers, we got stragglers. I'm going to turn the music down. I don't own the rights to any of this music. All right, guys. How is everybody doing on this amazing March 7th night? Wow, guys, it's been a little bit. And crypto's been moving. It's been fluctuating. It's been going up and down. It's been kind of strange, actually, what it's been doing compared to what the US 30 has been doing, which is the stock market. Well, it's got the top 30 stocks. Bitcoin's kind of been fluctuating around with US 30, which is very strange, I find. It can really only tell me one thing. And some people have put it out there before, and some don't believe it, right? So we're just going to leave it at the way it is, right? So that being said, the market's really just going to move the way it wants to move, okay? That's really what it's going to do. So we have Bitcoin pulled up on the week. I'm having a quick peek at this. I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. So when we look at some of the factors around these cryptos, we have to keep into mind just some of the straight up basics. And that's these resistant zones, right? We really have to pay attention to them. Because chances are the market's going to come right back into those areas, whether it be down below here, right? Like where I marked this blue line here. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to have a quick drink here. Okay. So with these factors where the resistance zones are, like I said, the market usually likes to come back and retest those areas. Or just get, geez, my throat's dry. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So, like I said, the resistance zones, the market likes to come into those areas and either reject them or really just play off of them. You can see in this blue zone here where I put the blue line, the market came into this area and it kept coming back to this area, right? Like, look, it came back and now it's back there again. I find that very interesting when we have a quick look at just these simple little resistance zones, right? It's just basics. It's just basics. So the resistance zones, we have a quick peek at. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete everything except for this blue guy, okay? I'm going to delete this guy because that I drew in myself. I'm going to delete this red guy. All of this stuff is an indicator, which is this guy right here. So we'll just close him off for a second, okay? So we just have this blue guy here, right? So this blue guy here that we drew. Now we just keep zooming in. Look at this, see? Look at this. You see that? Look at that. When was that? March 18th of December of 2017. That's crazy. That is insane. The market is exactly where it was in 2017. What happened in 2017? I'm going to quickly Google what happened to Bitcoin in 2017. Okay, let's quickly go and check that out. What happened? Happened to Bitcoin in 2017 of March. So 2017, there's a few things here that happened. What was the price? Right? The price was this. It opened, it closed, it's low, it's highs, right? However, what I'm looking at is this right here. Bitcoin's price plunges suddenly and sharply, right? It plunged more than $100 in a matter of minutes on Tuesday morning. The cryptocurrency was down about 1.5% at 1,260 a coin. That's crazy, guys. But you know what? The same month, a few days prior, Wednesday gain has the cryptocurrency up almost 30% so far in 2017, after it was the top performing currency in each of the past 2 years. That's crazy. These are all different dates. So, like, a lot happened on Bitcoin back in 2017. A lot's happened. Okay. So, get out of that. Well, I don't know why it opened up completely. We could just close that out. There we go. Now we're back to our own page. And we'll do that. Now we're back to Bitcoin. Okay. So it plunged, right? It plunged. Almost kind of like the same pattern we have up here where it plunged down this way. Kind of, sort of. A little bit. Like if you look right here, right? And then you look over here, it's just a little bit more jaggedy, right? It's just a little more jaggedy. But if you look over here and you look to this one, it's kind of almost the same kind of jaggedness within the market. It's very interesting. Very interesting how these markets play out the way they play out, right? So if you've been on any of my sessions, I just want to point out a couple things. And if you've never been on any of my sessions, if we look straight down where it says at the bottom, Monday 15, November 21. This is where the market started to decline, as you can see, right? What caused the decline? What caused this decline? It looks like we have a W here, right? Right, that's what it looks like to the eye. And an uneducated eye, that's what it looks like, is a W. Right? Now, you could do something here, fan this out a little bit. What I'm going to do for you is I'm just going to take this guy here, and I'm just going to come across this way, right? I'm going to come across this way. I'm just going to highlight this area. Okay, I'm going to highlight this area right here. Okay. Now we have this blue line and we have this area here. Okay. Now, why did I draw this here? If you've been on any of my sessions, you know that I like to use the Fibonacci sequences, okay, to find a lot of my my trades, especially my harmonics. I'm looking for it to really line up in certain zones off of these sequences levels. Okay, I'm looking for them to line up on these certain sequent levels. Okay, now if you've been on any of my sessions, even if you haven't been on any of my sessions, I do encourage you to just go back, rewind yourself a little bit, and check some of those videos out. Okay, because I go into depth on some of the harmonics. I go into depth on how to wave count, right? And wave count analysis really helped me understand the market better, right? It helped me understand how the market fluctuates. And I saw things within the market that I wouldn't normally see because I highlighted the waves. I was able to find patterns a lot more efficiently. Okay. So maybe it's something for you. I have a few actual trainings within the YouTube channel for the community. I've gone live talking about this for you guys. I know there's a few brand new people in this chat, and for you guys, those trainings are there, and they're for you, right, to learn. And I appreciate if you guys went ahead and really just give it a check out, okay? Because if that's something you're looking to learn, then we have to really understand that we need to learn, right? So I know I'm being blunt with you guys, but this is how it was told to me, right? We have to show up in order to really start learning what we want to know, right? So if it's trading that you want to know, there are some books you can read, definitely, to learn. But we learn in 3 different ways. And I do believe if we put all 3 of those ways together, it's going to be more efficient of us getting educated in the topic. Okay. So, and those 3 ways is writing, visualization, and really audio, right? So if we have those 3 things going to understand a certain topic, it's really going to help us learn that topic easier. It did for me, and it probably would for a few of you too as well. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting a little off on a tangent here. Let's get back to why I drew this right here in this specific area. So I drew this here because it is a zone, like I said, on the Fibonacci retracement zones. Okay, so this is the tool here that I'll be clicking on right here. Okay, so for those who are brand spanking new, we have a wave up, right? A wave down, a wave up, and a wave down again, right? So because we have this huge wave this way, right? I want to measure just this distribution area here because that's what's up in the air. And that's what's going to determine why this dropped this way, right? It's this area that we're measuring because this is the entire sequence here, okay? The entire sequence here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Fibonacci, right? And we're going to take it from this rejection zone there. And we're just going to bring it down to that area right here, okay? So it's not much of a distance, right? That's the zone that we're highlighting is from right here to right here, okay? Now, why did I only go to there, right? Because that measures this entire wave here. Okay, that measures just this wave here. Okay, there's many other waves that we can measure, but we want to just focus on this one here. Okay, we're going to focus on this guy here. Now, if you notice, we have these zones here that are highlighted. Okay, we have the 618, the 50, and the 382. Okay, now if we look at this 50 zone, let's give it a quick highlight. We're going to change the color too, okay? Because the other one is that color, so we'll go white, okay? So look at what's going on in that area. We have a large rejection right here. We have all this rejection in this area here. And then we have the middle of the wave rejecting this area right here. And then if you look over this way, we have some rejection over here as well, okay? Now, that is the 50 zone, okay? We can go up to the 618. We have all this rejection again. There's lots of rejection at these zones. And why is that? They are very significant zones for entering this market or watching the market reject those areas to get in, really. If you're quick and you get that reversal, you can get into these markets very quickly and get out very quickly, okay? But you have to get good at watching for that reversal, because look at the rejection on here. We had this nice come into here, and then if you got in on that last candle, this doji, it opened up down here. You would have already been in profit on that second candle open. Let's see how far you would have been in profit if you got in on this candle here. Right? Now you come down to this area here. Look at that. 4,000 pips, guys. Like, that's a great day. 4,000 pips, guys. Like, depending on your lot size, that is a pretty great day. If you risk $1, you don't have to leave your house and you're walking away with $4,000, guys. You risk $10, do the math. Right? The numbers don't lie. People do. Just saying. All right. So anyways, I just want to point out that if you've not been in any of my sessions, I like to trade off this 50 zone, okay? Because I can get a lot of trades on this 50 off the rejection, the reversal, right? And that's not the only reason. My harmonics set up correctly off of that 50 zone as well, okay? So if you look at this, the harmonics, the center always has to be at the 50 zone. Okay? It has to be. And you should be able to, just go into here, we should be able to draw an ABCD pattern as well off of the the harmonic. You should be able to draw one. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw this one first. There's the ABCD pattern right there. Okay. Now let's go draw the harmonic. We go from here down to A, right? Bring this up to B, down to C, right? And up to D. See, look at that. See, a perfect harmonic. A perfect harmonic. Now, this is a bearish harmonic if you've not tuned into any of my sessions. What is a harmonic? It's a geometrical pattern that sets up when the market is about to reverse. And as you can see, the market did reverse. Okay, it reversed harshly. We were on the week when we determined the setup of this pattern, and it was the decline of Bitcoin. That's where it started, was in November of 2021. The market just dropped right off, right? That's what it did. And it had been dropping since then. A whole entire year, right? And then some. So, and some people think Bitcoin's over. Some people think that it still has a lot of strength in it. Like, there's been some news that Bitcoin actually has upgraded their software, right? And to do that was so that they could add some NFTs to their platform, right? I don't own the rights to any of this music. That's what they want to do. They just wanted to add some NFTs. You can find the news on this. They were looking about it, right? So, other than that, that's really all. Bitcoin, if she's gonna go up, she has to break this rejection. She has to break all of this rejection here, right? There's a lot of the zone here. She has to break this area, the bottom of this harmonic, right? She has to break that area to let us know that she's going to go up. We're going to make this green. Right? She has to break this area. Up and break, right? That's what she has to do. So, anyways, that's what I'm waiting for this market to really do, is just really turn around, right? Because I do believe that she has not completed what she's going to do, right? There's still a lot of things that can occur in this market, and she's just trying to play. She's just trying to play up, right? Get us in the market, and then push her down, or and wait for the right moment to go up, right? We all know who owns Bitcoin, right? We all know. So, anyways, it's no secret anymore. So, basically, all we can really do is really just wait. We might be able to get in on a buy to take this up to this area, but we have to see a clear break out of these other small areas. Like, look, the price just is breaking these rejection zones right here, right? So I need to see a clear engulfment. Let's go down to the lower time frame, right? Come down here, right? So we have a distribution area basically compared to what's here so far. This is all distribution. It's a retest, basically, of this area here, okay? It's creating more structure, right? Look at this right here. Look at this area here. Let's circle it. Let's circle this area here. I'm gonna move this down. Okay. So this, let's make it white. This right here is kind of like what's going on over here. Let's circle this, right? Like we have what's going on over here as well. Okay. Now we have these two areas and they're almost similar, right? And it's right at that same level, right? That we see her possibly fill in this area, right? Because look, we have this straight down here, right? Now, if she breaks out of, like, let's look to the left here a little bit more. Let's zoom in out. So the price is this red dotted line right here. So if we pull it over this way, if we see her break right in here, just a second, I'm gonna draw another line. Let's grab a horizontal ray. We need to see her break the 22,825 area to really see her come up here. And then she's gonna really break, then she's gonna break all these other wicks here, right? Because we have all these other rejection zones here. Look at them over here, right? They're much higher than this little area over here that she's more than likely gonna break. They're more higher, right? So we just have to keep in mind that the market's going to possibly redo this. Okay, it's more than likely going to redo this, and when we see a clear break, obviously, of this rejection here at the 24,284 area, then we might just see her come all the way back up into this area here, which is close to the 30K. Okay. Now, that's what we're hoping to see, because if you look here, we kind of have a head and shoulders inverted. Okay, we kind of almost have an inverted head and shoulders a little bit, right? So let's just draw it in here. Right. Okay. We have kind of like a head and shoulders here going on. Now, she could just continue up from here. Right? She could just do that. It looks pretty interesting, for sure. And the reason, and like we have these rejections off the zone, right? Off this area that we've drawn in, which is off of this zone here, really. And then basically there's a lot of rejection. So I do believe she might just come back into this area, give us a solid, nice retest, and then push up, right? That's what I think she'll do. But who knows, right? Bitcoin's been doing whatever she wants to do, okay? And really, the cryptos have been doing that. Not just Bitcoin, like all of them are doing that. Let's quickly jump over to Ethereum here. See, looks kind of similar. Notice each time that the market came to these zones, it rejected this area. Look at this. The market went either down or up. Okay. Look at right here. The market went up. So the market might just come back down here. Maybe even to the 618, right? And then skyrocket up again to 1900, right? That'd be great. But that's, if you look right now, the trend is upwards, right? You can't really say that it's going down. The trend is upwards. Okay, so let's go to the week here for a second. Let's take a quick peek. I'm going to delete this time. Okay. Let's take a quick peek at everything. Okay. So we have all these different zones that the market's been playing here. Look at this, right? Let's grab a trend line. Let's come down to the bottom here. Let's go all the way up. We can probably even snug it in right here, because we have one touch there, and there's the next touch right there, right? So we can snug it right there. Let's begin this out, right? Now, I'm going to draw that color white so we can see it better. And then we're going to grab another one. We're just going to come up from this guy here and come down to there, right? Now let's bring this in, right? So what pattern do we got here? What is that? What pattern is that? There's a pattern here, right? Okay, which way are we coming into that pattern? We're coming into the pattern this way. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I don't own the rights to any of this music. However, this closest one would be this one here. So that means this market might go down. If it goes down, I can't see it going down any more than the 618. Because that's the next rejection zone, right? It's the 618 here. That's a decent drop on the week still. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? We'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, she is nearing end of session time. Let's take a quick peek at US 30. See, like, look at this. US 30 is going down, right? We found this pattern. I can't remember exactly when, but it told us that the market was going to come down here. But look, she's at the 618 right here, right? She just broke this 618. However, there's a lot of rejection over here at this area here. If you look to the left, there's also a bunch right here, right? So we need to see her break this rejection area. And the way we see right now, she's very strong for the bears. She is very strong. There's a big engulfment candle going on right now in the day. So it's just a time to really just pay attention to some factors here. I'm going to go down to the hour. Look how much the market played the 618 zone. Look at how much it played it. And it's still playing it right now. All right. The market likes these zones. So if you can study these zones specifically, the 618, the 50, and the 382, you're really going to be a great trader. Okay. These zones pop up a lot in these rejection zones and when the market takes off. Okay. That's where these zones usually line up. It's where the market is ready for you to get into it. Okay. So that being said, I really want to thank you guys for being on the session tonight. And I want to take the time to really just congratulate you guys for showing up and basically taking the time out of your nights, right? You could be somewhere else on a Tuesday evening and you chose to show up here. Congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. Yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing night. Please join me Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, for our next crypto session. I'm going to dive into a little bit of wave analysis. And we're also going to start talking some more about harmonics. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there. Enjoy your rest of your evening. Take care.